No, that's not annoying at all.
You're so pretty. Hey, what did the pirate say who had a steering wheel attached to the front of his pants?
This is a family show. I don't know. What do you say?
Arrgh! It's driving me nuts.
All right, that was horrible. That was horrible. Oh,
what's up, everybody? It's National Talk Like a Pirate Day. Ahoy, matey!
I couldn't find my patches, my eye patch, but I do have my funky little pirate hat. Bad. Yeah, Trish. See, it was horrible.
Trish liked it. She's lying.
So bad.
Welcome.
Arg.
Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday, so that means it is Boss Up and List Day. Mm-hmm. And what is Boss Up and List Day? What is it?
It is our all-day virtual listing party that we have where we all kind of hang out in the Boss Facebook group, which is listed down below. And we kind of get together and talk about what we're trying to do for the day, our goals, our challenges, and kind of an unofficial group effort to help everybody rally.
I would say it's very official.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening with my hair right now, but it's very official. Okay?
All right.
But anyway, yeah, so it's Boss Up and List Day, which means we have our Boss Up and List live show every Wednesday at 11 a.m. We didn't have it last week because we were out of town, so we were back. We're back today.
Still haven't caught up on sleep as the bags under my eyes. I haven't unpacked my luggage yet.
Hey-oh. Hey, is this like a new thing where you like?
I'm gonna try to be funny.
You like bust out your one-liners and you like bust out some puns.
I'm funny sometimes.
Hey, waka waka waka.
Shut up.
I just snorted. Anyway, for anybody that's new to the show, I'm Katie. This is Vikki. I have a question for you. Hey guys, I don't know if anyone's noticed yet. Allison says, I hope you two don't argue.
That was horrible.
Does anybody notice anything different about the channel today? Does anybody notice anything different? And if you notice, what's different? You tell me. You tell us. Okay? You tell us. Oh, and by the way, right now I'm wearing my official Boss Up t-shirt, which I do love dearly. Mm-hmm. But anyway, there has been a recent change to the channel, and I'm sure some of you have noticed. So you might as well just tell us what it is. But we're stoked to have you here today. Today, we are, Susie Beach just got it. Mm-hmm. 2 names. That's right. I changed the name of the channel. So I started this channel, I don't know, like a year ago. Didn't really get into it until this year, basically, like, I don't know, 6 months ago, like really like regularly posting stuff.
Like February, March, April, around there.
Somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. But, and so when I started, it was just my channel. And then I slowly was like, hey, you want to do a haul show with me? And then I was like, hey, you want to do this other show with me? And then I was like, hey, I'm going to do a 3rd show. You want to do that one with me? And so really it's like, I think it just wasn't, having it just be my name wasn't reflecting what the channel was anymore, because it's basically both of us all the time. And so it would be kind of weird when I'd be talking to somebody and I'd be like, my channel, but then it's us doing everything together. So it was time to rebrand it. And so, we had put like a lot of thought into like how we were going to, what should the name of the channel be? And then I was finally like, why are we overthinking this? I don't have some special like other name or nickname. I didn't really want to have to like try to come up with one that was like the perfect name. And I was like, why not just be Katie and Vikki? It makes it a lot easier.
We don't have a cool name that we've kind of like morphed our names into. We still have 2 separate businesses. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of definitely have a brand with the Pink Panther thing, but not so much. So it's, like it's I think it's better.
Well, because your LB Pink Panther is like your branding for like your store, like your business. Mm-hmm. My store is called A Boutique for Him, but I don't use that brand with YouTube or like within the seller community. Who knows? Maybe someday, like naturally, organically, some name will come up that will work for it. But right now, it's just Katie and Vikki. That's all it is.
That's it. That's how we are.
It works. The Kiki show.
No.
You silly. Anyway, so today we are going to be talking about fourth quarter. I know we've been talking about that for a while now, but we thought we would do a show where we kind of really put everything all together, and we came up with this kind of checklist of here's things you need to be thinking about, getting in order, figuring out, putting into place before fourth quarter comes. For those of you who have been selling for a while, you know that starting up here, sales should be starting to pick up a little bit for you right now. But once we hit October, it's really going to start increasing. And November and December, if you're doing everything right, you're going to have a hard time keeping up with just your everyday business, let alone listing lots of new stuff. So you really want to make sure that you have everything figured out. And
optimize the slow period, if you want to call it that, right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And if for anybody who hasn't had fourth quarter yet, you just want to be prepared for this stuff. You don't want to be caught unawares, or like me. I thought we had more flat rated padded envelopes.
We thought we had an extra case.
I thought I had another case of it, and it turns out we didn't. And so now I'm out. I literally have 3 left right now.
Luckily, have 0.
Yeah. Luckily, we're able to use cubic shipping for a lot of stuff that I normally would put into a padded flat rate mailer. So depending on where it's going, sometimes it's the same price. Sometimes it costs about 50 cents more. It's saving my butt this week because I'm waiting for another case of stuff to come. So anyway.
Yeah, if we have anybody local that has any padded flat rate mailers that we could possibly pick up and borrow from you for this week, that would be awesome. Because I know we have a lot of Vegas listeners. I'm happy to drive and pick them up if you have a case, not only if you have plenty of extra. But yeah, we definitely ordered some, and it's questionable. Sometimes they come super fast from the post office, and sometimes they don't. So yeah,
it's usually it comes pretty fast for me. So
yeah, see, Rosie has some.
Hey, Rosie has
really.
some.
Rosie's Closet is the name of her store, but her real name is Crystal, I believe.
Yeah, we can call her Rosie. Oh, she has a whole case of them. Whoa! Showing off here now.
Yeah, you may need to message us because we might need to grab a few from you, one of you guys, Dorothy or somebody. Yeah, we're kind of we ordered them, but again, it could be here tomorrow, and they could be here in 2 weeks. Who knows? So yeah.
But like I said, I've been able to, for the most part, I've been fine because I'm just sending it. I'm using cubic stuff. Red Neckerson's resales. What? Bust out $1.44 super chat. What's happening, Red Neckerson?
Hello, hello.
Yep. It's all bust out.
$1.44. I love the random numbers when it's something like that. Or what does the $1.44 mean to you? Is that your lucky number? 144?
Maybe so. Super chat. Super chat. He's super chatty. Yow.
Well, at least you took your hook off.
That's true. I should get that back.
No.
Just super chatty. Yow.
I think it's not sharp.
That is a good thing. Anyway, so we put together our little Q4 checklist. If you guys have stuff that as we're going through this, if you have anything you want to add, or if we miss anything, definitely let us know and talk about it and whatnot. But I think we have a pretty decent list going here. I'm sure that we might have forgotten some things. But
I think it's a good list, and I think it's stuff that a lot of people are doing anyway, but it's nice to have a reminder, like us, we didn't look through all of our shipping supplies, and oops.
Yep, absolutely.
Had this been fourth quarter, we would have been really in,
I think, for sure,
in the weeds, because we shipped, 6 to 8 items a day in each. And then if you add, when you're getting into fourth quarter sales, it's usually double.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway. Stacy says, is cubic cheaper for you? Cubic generally, if you're in the Midwest, maybe you have enough, enough of the places ordering from you are close by. But cubic has overall relatively been cheaper for, it depends on the size of the items. For shoes, it should pretty much always be cheaper if you're shipping them right and getting the lowest.
Right, and I think Stacy sells quite a few pairs of shoes, if I remember correctly. I know she's focusing on the makeup stuff on her YouTube channel, but I know you sell a little bit of everything. So shoes, definitely. Anything over a pound or so that's not going to fit into a priority, flat rate padded mailer. Right. So definitely.
It's not just going a state or two away. Okay, let's get right into it. So first thing, we're just going to talk about shipping materials. Let's talk about logistical stuff, the supplies that you need to have to be ready. What are the shipping supplies that you will have to have that are essential for you?
For me, it's definitely various sizes of poly mailers, various sizes of boxes, and not just priority boxes, because not everything I ship is going to go priority. Because I sell a lot of hard goods, I need to have a lot of boxes, and I need to have a lot of like weird sized boxes too. So priority materials are great. You should definitely have almost all of those in your arsenal. But I also buy the eBay branded boxes from with my free shipping supplies, and that's something we're going to talk about too. But I also get I pick them up from friends. Like I have friends that save boxes and packing material for me, and I have to actually put my request out there now because I'm starting to run a little bit low. Yeah. So sometimes I get so many that I have nowhere to put them, and I'm like, okay, hold off the boxes for a while. And now I'm at the point where I actually knew, because I had quite a few big, heavy, awkward items go out in the last few weeks, and I'm getting a little low. Yeah. So I also need lots of bubble wrap, lots of packing peanuts. Shrink wrap is great too. I've only started using that because of Katie, but I love that. We
were just using that yesterday, and I used it today on some shoes. We used it yesterday on your Barbie RV. This is actually my last full roll, so I'm going to go ahead and take my own advice and get some more of this ordered, because this really, really helps a lot. And it's only like $12, I think, or it was like for four rolls.
Yeah. And mine lasted, my one roll lasted me since you gave it to me like 6 or 8 months ago. So the other thing too that's real important to have is tape. You know, someone mentioned tape. Tape is awesome. I happen to really love the eBay tape. I know people make fun of me in my Instagram pictures lately. I have a lot of tape, but I love the eBay tape because it's just a little bit thicker. It's got a thick, I don't know what they call it, the milliliter, whatever. It's thick, and I like that. And it's pretty because it's different colors. So it's a little pricey if you're going to buy it outright, but if you have enough credits with your free shipping supplies, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, Christy Harris, the shrink wrap, I get it on Amazon, and I actually have all of my affiliate links down below. If you click on where it says show more, you can see the full description of this video. You'll see all the links to the different products that we use, and the exact one that I use is.
Yeah, and if you purchase using that link, we do get a little bit, or Katie gets a little bit of a kickback, just so you know. Want that to be, you know, that's what the affiliate links mean. Just helps out a little.
But here's the thing: when you go through those affiliate links, you don't even have to buy the thing that you click on for us to get credit for that. You actually can. It's basically while you're on Amazon, when you go from that link, if you buy anything on the site, we get like a little tiny bit. It's like a small percentage. It's pretty cool though. But anyway, Joni Kramer has a really good point. You were just talking about this yesterday. Pool noodles. They're probably going on clearance now. And you were saying, because where do you get yours?
I get mine at the dollar store usually. They're actually really crappy as far as pool noodles go, because they are super thin and they're not dense enough, and they don't hold up a person the way pool noodles do if you buy them at, I don't know what it is, the way they're made or who makes them or whatever, but pool noodles you buy at like Walmart or a pool store or something like that tend to be a little bit more dense, and they're actually a little bit.
So you're saying the pool noodles you buy at the Dollar Tree are not good for keeping you from drowning?
Pretty much.
You're going to sink right to the bottom.
Yes,
is what you're saying.
Yes, but they're excellent for packaging stuff. Yeah, I use the pool noodles all the time. I bought a case of them springtime around here when they came out, and I love that. So I'm definitely got to get some more. I think I only have about 10 left.
But make sure you go right now. Like literally go within the next couple of days, because
they're going to be gone.
They're going to stop. They don't carry them year round usually.
And even check Walmart and stuff like that too. They may have them in their clearance sections, places like that. But don't pay more than $1 a piece for them, because bare minimum, that's what you're going to get them for at the dollar store. So, and I cut them up and I cut them on lengths, and one pool noodle I can use on like 2 or 3 different packages sometimes. Diana Clank says packing paper people use for moving is great to have as well. That's excellent. Best place that I have found that and the best pricing is UPS stores. UPS stores, if you have like a UPS pack and ship near you, or a UPS, like some places that have like storage facilities are also UPS places where they sell packing materials, because it's so heavy. It's usually cost prohibitive to buy it online from almost anywhere. But if you find a local UPS store, I found that has the best pricing for packing paper. And thanks for reminding me, because I have to pick some of that up too. So
yeah, so definitely like sit down like today, in the next couple of days, figure out like a list of like all of the packing materials and boxes and bags and stuff that you need, and make sure that you order them, like get more than you need, because, or more than you think you're going to need, because you really don't want to be in the middle of fourth quarter and run out, because as people are saying, the post office, a lot of times it takes longer to get stuff during the holidays, and you don't want to be stuck without padded flat rates. We don't want to be in that same position again. So we just ordered a case. I'm going to order a couple more.
Nevada vintage is correct as well. U-Haul's is cheap too for the paper. That's actually what I was trying to think of when I was thinking on shipping facilities. They usually have like a U-Haul / UPS place. Yes, they do have it at Home Depot as well. I find that Home Depot is a little bit higher priced on that kind of stuff. So I know we're always looking for a good deal. So yeah, we definitely pick up a ton of stuff. Free boxes as long as they don't have hazardous materials stuff on them. I love picking up and recycling boxes. Don't recycle cereal boxes or tampon boxes, please. Nobody wants to get their crap in that.
No.
But recycling boxes, absolutely. Recycling boxes. We are contributing to a smaller carbon footprint here by selling and recycling and upcycling used items to begin with. We shouldn't be adding to it by using non-biodegradable packing materials or buying all new stuff all the time. So,
well, and I, because I only sell clothing and shoes, I can pretty much get away with using poly mailers for almost everything. So I do go, the post office. So definitely go to the post office website. You get all that stuff for free, all the priority stuff. I have all of my eBay stuff. I have my 3 sizes of poly mailers that I use a lot. I use these ones for t-shirts. I use these ones for shoes, and I use the big ones usually for larger jackets. These 2 smaller ones are great for using for cubic, doing the soft pack option. So you want to make sure you have these. Now these all you can get with your shipping supply coupons. And so here's the thing. We are almost to the end of this quarter, so if you haven't used your coupons yet, make sure you order your stuff now. Like, get that stuff ordered.
You have like 11 days, 10 or 11 days. So
yeah. Oh, Flip in Georgia, $1.99 super chat song like a pirate. Ooh, let's see. What's a pirate song? We super chat on the high seas. Our super chat. You like that?
No, that's hard.
What?
It's horrible.
I don't know. I think that was pretty good.
Oh,
Real Sedge Frenchie just busted out $5 super chat. Thanks for the global shipping tips. Made a huge sale. Headed to Norway. That is awesome.
Yay.
Let's talk about super chat, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about super chat. No? Anyway, guys, the other thing, if you've been thinking about either opening a store or upgrading your store, get it done by the 25th of this month, because you want to make sure that you're eligible for getting the shipping supply coupons or the upgraded version of the shipping supply coupon. I believe a basic store, you get $25. You don't get anything for a starter store. Basic store is $25. Premium store is $50. Anchor store is $150. And like $50, you can actually get, if you have a premium store, a $50 coupon, you can get like 400 of these. And I think it's about $57.
Yeah.
So you have to pay like $7, but 400 of these can go like a really long way. So you want to make sure that you have those.
Yeah. And I use, there's also a couple of really good sellers on eBay for those sizes and supplies that if you're not using your shipping coupon or you need more and it's a little bit, I love the eBay free shipping supplies, don't get me wrong, but they are a little bit pricier because they're branded. So if you're paying out of pocket for them, you might want to look for some other sizes elsewhere. I've
never had to pay out of pocket for that. It's pretty awesome. Like,
well, yes,
a few bucks.
But you only use a couple of supplies. So I do sometimes if I'm buying different sized boxes and things like that, that eBay just doesn't offer. They actually got rid of a couple of really good sized boxes that I love, and I'm hoping they bring them back. But in any case, so there are a couple of places. There's, so we have 3RB is one. It's THREERB. They're an excellent store that has all packaging and shipping supplies. I don't know these people, by the way, and there's no affiliate for this.
Are they on
buying?
eBay?
They're on eBay. I've been buying from them for years. And then there's also Bubble Fast, which is another great company. They're very active in the eBay community and eBay seller, and they are a fantastic couple that Robin and Mark that run an online business, their website is sometimes a little bit cheaper than buying straight on eBay. So definitely check out Bubble Fast. And
with some of those materials, you want to be careful. Like, you want to know where you're getting them from, because whether it's on eBay or on Amazon, a lot of times you might buy from the same listing a couple of times, and they'll be using different ones. Like, you'll get these great quality poly mailers, and then you go back to Amazon to reorder them, and they might change up their supply, and then suddenly you're getting crap.
Uline is really good too.
Yeah.
Uline definitely has everything you could possibly need, but I have found that Uline is very expensive.
Yeah.
And their shipping cost is very high unless you're ordering, I think it's $300 or more, and then you get free shipping. So if you have area sellers that if you belong to a meetup group and you guys all want to go in on getting shipping supplies from someplace like Uline, that's great too. So
I will say that the eBay poly mailers are really good poly mailers,
really good.
because before they started doing the coupons, I used to buy my poly mailers, and like I said, it was kind of a crapshoot. And very rarely, I don't even know if I ever got ones that were quite as good as these ones, because they are really thick. And I do appreciate, speaking of wasting and stuff that's like gonna sit in a landfill or whatever, I do appreciate that these have the double stick thing on it. So you basically, when you ship this out, because some people do this wrong, I don't know how they get it wrong. I've seen people where they pull off both, and it's like really annoying. If you just pull off this top one and close it, for one thing, it makes it super easy for your buyer to open up the package, but they can also reuse the bag because there's another sticky on there, so it can be used twice.
Yeah, and Beast Snatch Pritzel, which I love your name, by the way.
Beast Snatch Pritzel!
3B has buy one second 50% off promos all the time. And then there was another tip that someone talked about, which is great too. Jenny Runro likes to buy her eBay supplies when there's a general coupon from eBay. It's an extra 15 or 20% off everything. That's always a great idea too, because you get more for your money that way, or more for a coupon that way. So definitely.
So there you go. All right, let's move on. We've done a lot on this part, but seriously, all of your shipping, packing supplies, everything, just make sure you order everything up so that you do not run out in the middle of the busiest season.
Susie asked one quick question. Where on the overview page will I find my shipping supplies offers?
This is such a pain, because it's like, sometimes it's hard to find. If you go into, I'm going to look it up right now. It used to be that they had, sometimes it'll like show that you have it and sometimes it won't. But if you go to manage your store, so under selling tools on the left-hand side, if you go to manage.
Do you want to share your screen just to show that real quick?
Yeah, I'll do that. Hold on.
We'll show you how to find the coupon. And I forget every quarter, by the way. So
I got to move this stuff around here.
I managed to find it, but I got
to move stuff around here real quick.
All right.
Because I wasn't expecting to share my screen today, so everything's on different spots than what it usually is.
Sorry.
Oh, you're just like ruining my life. Just kidding, guys. Okay, I'm going to go ahead.
That's an awful screenshot right there.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, if you're on your seller hub and you scroll down to the bottom, you can see right here, selling tools. See this right here? And go down here where it says manage store. Everybody following me here? Manage store, click on that. Let's take a million years. And I don't know why it's taking so long to load here, but manage store. And then I scroll on down right here. It says subscriber discounts. Click on that. And then that's going to basically take you to, see right here, it says eBay shipping supplies. And so I've already used mine. It's probably going to say, hey, you've already used yours. Yeah, already redeemed. And so that's where it's at right there. So sorry, that took me a little while, but
it's all right.
Every time I'm kind of like,
I know I'm fiddling around on it too. So I totally get that. Every quarter I'm always like, where do I have to go again? So don't forget to use it. It's something that you're getting. You are paying a significant amount of money to have a store, to be on eBay. Please take advantage of the benefits that they give you. There's no reason not to. And if you need shipping supplies, buy them anyway.
Yeah.
Give the code to a friend. They're non-transferable, which means that you cannot, you can't sell it necessarily, but a lot of people, I've purchased from people before that are not going to use their code and just gone in and ordered what I wanted or given them what,
and Teresa does that.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Okay, so next in our checklist, you've got all your supplies, you've got everything ready to go. Next is getting your inventory and your workspace in order. So if you're planning, let's say your inventory is a mess, or let's say you've been planning to rearrange your shipping station, you've been planning on doing that for months. All that stuff, get it dialed in now. You don't want to be doing that later, right? Because what you have a pretty decent, like you have your little shipping station out there that you use.
I do. I have all of my stuff all in one area. I have it all. I can tell when I need new things. I actually need to order a couple of things from USPS too, in addition to our padded flat mailers. I need some more boxes. So I can take a look at it at a glance and see what's running low.
Well, I know after we did that whole inventory intervention show with Dorothy, a lot of people have been, putting in a lot of work of like completely reorganizing, overhauling everything. I know Cheryl just did that recently. Melissa Carver says it's exactly what she's doing today.
Yep.
So I'm telling you guys, if you were planning on doing that, do it now, because you're not going to regret it when it comes to fourth quarter and you know where everything is, everything's easily accessible, and it's all in order. Because if it's a big mess, it's just going to make everything take 5 times longer. And it's going to suck, and you just don't want to have to worry about that. So
I just want to acknowledge Red Neckerson's resales. Again, thank you for the earlier super chat, but just said, Katie, I purchased a WWF 13 jersey made in the USA. As soon as I saw it, I ran and grabbed it, paid $3.99, sold for $100.
What?
So that's awesome. He just said, I got to go to see mom.
That's super cool.
That's a really good.
Very, very cool. So yeah, so that one's like, there's not really a whole lot more detail we need to go into about that, but get yourself organized, get your workspace organized, get your inventory organized, because once things really much inventory you have and how many sales you're going to be getting, it's going to be all you can do just to keep up with shipping stuff out and getting stuff ready to go.
Especially if you're a part-time person and you have a significant number of listings, and maybe you have a day job, or you got a bunch of kids and you got, soccer and basketball and gymnastics and all that kind of stuff. It's real hard to manage your time in fourth quarter, more so than some of the other times. It doesn't matter if you're selling new items or used items, your sales are going to increase. So you just want to be prepared as best as possible. You may have a tremendous fourth quarter, or your sales may not change very much at all. But I do believe if you're doing everything correctly, your sales are going to increase significantly. So no matter what you sell.
Absolutely. And Diana says, if you have time, do your inventory now to make sure that all is listed that you think is listed.
I literally have not done an inventory in years. I have to be honest.
I'm sure I have.
It is so difficult to do an inventory when you have so many items and they're everywhere. 2 years ago, I tried to do it, and it was taking me hours to get through the first 100. I'm like, this is never going to happen with 2,500 items.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I'll look at something and I'll go, hey, I haven't seen that in a while. Maybe I should check and see if it's still listed. And that's about as close as I get.
To be honest, I'm probably gonna put that off until after the beginning of the year, because I do need to do that. I haven't.
If you have a smaller amount of items and it's easily manageable for you to do, or if you have multiple quantities of things, absolutely do that now. Yeah.
And Diana says that she does 1 box a day, right after she's shipping. So that's super smart. I don't
organize.
I would wish that we were all that organized.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so next thing on our checklist, guys, what we got here?
Oh, okay. So make sure when you're in your business policies, and I hope that most of you have set up business policies at this time as far as shipping and things like that, but make sure your business policies have multiple shipping options for your buyers to upgrade. Like if you have first class, or if you have ground shipping on heavier items, make sure that you have priority or you have express. You want to have your customers have the option to get their items faster. Not everybody, and most people actually wait till the last minute to buy things like Christmas gifts and Hanukkah gifts, and they want to get their items as fast as possible. And if you have the option to upgrade there, a lot of times they're going to upgrade, because once we get into the holiday season, USPS stops guaranteeing delivery times for first class and priority. It's no longer 2 to 3 days. It's going to take longer. And the only way to guarantee that you're going to get something faster is by going express. And some people will pay that express $22, $25, $28 fee, whatever it may be, on a $15 item. I've had it happen many times because they're trying to get something quickly.
Well, like I buy, one of the things I like to buy for myself is vinyl, like, old records, soundtracks and stuff like that. And of course, sellers are going to send those media mail, like obviously. But it drives me crazy when they don't even give you the option to upgrade your shipping. And it's like, you do not want to leave it for people to ask for it, because here's the thing. A lot of times somebody wouldn't ask for it, but if it was, they just saw it was an option, like, oh, I can get it faster if I pay a few more dollars. Like if you're selling CDs or movies, anything that you would normally send media mail, make sure you at least have the option for them to upgrade to priority. There's no reason for that option not to be there. It doesn't cost you anything to add that. I did see earlier, I don't remember who it was that said it, but somebody asked about if we add the option of international priority to our international stuff. And I know you do. I think you have both options.
I have first class and priority for international.
I don't right now. I need to add it. I don't feel like it's as important just because it does not increase the delivery time. It doesn't increase the
speed. For international, it really doesn't increase the speed very much.
So, and I don't really think I'm missing out on a lot of, I should go in because I only have a few shipping policies. So yes, I will add that to mine.
When it made a difference before was when we had more international shipping options. There used to be something called surface mail. And surface mail was the cheapest way to send something international. So a lot of people would choose that option, but it did take longer and people would upgrade to priority to get it faster. Now, first class and priority international, I don't see any recognizable difference in as far as the speed in which something gets somewhere.
Yeah, but there's no harm in having.
It's all about perception.
So and I'm telling you, when people see, like, there's plenty of times where I would order something and I would just, it's free shipping and I would just order it, right? But there's been times when I go to order something and I see, oh, I can pay $5 and I can get it right away. That's something I really want because I don't have any patience. I just want to get it right now. And I'll sit there and I'll be like, yeah, I'll pay $5 to get it faster. So you just want to make sure that you have those options. Yeah, Diana says she does free media and priority on the vinyl. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Thank you. Because seriously, like, it drives me nuts because when I
just the media is free, priority, she charges an upgrade, which is great because people can upgrade if they want to.
Yeah, and when I order a record, it's like I'm ordering it because I'm excited to add it to my collection. So when I order it, it drives me crazy when I'm like waiting for a week and a half for it to come in the mail.
Another supply, you need to have printer ink, labels, shipping labels, make sure you have all that kind of stuff. As far as us dropping our stuff off at the post office, we have pickup every day. It's a standing pickup order. My post office knows that. Occasionally, if our mail lady is on vacation or there's a sub, they may forget. And if they do, they usually get an earful. So I always know if there's been a sub or she's on vacation because they will forget to pick up because we don't order the pickup every day. It's just a standard. I've been here 5 years. They know to come every day.
And she always scans it. We can hear it beeping when she's out there.
She scans each item individually. She actually prefers us not to use a scan sheet. She likes to scan each item to make sure it's all going where it's supposed to go. So that's excellent. And I always give her gifts and gift cards and take care of her. She's wonderful. But as far as dropping off, we actually have so many packages they prefer us not to drop off usually in the lobby. We have our lobby is open until 9 p.m.
The whole place is open till 9.
Yeah, the whole place open till 9. And we go in and do like bulk drop off where they've got the bays in the back where they, trucks and stuff like that. They don't scan each item individually when you're dropping it off that way. They do before midnight, but they don't do it as you're doing it. So
yeah, so if we go, we drop it off in the bulk, which we had to do yesterday, because or day before yesterday because we had so much stuff.
And we weren't done by the time they picked up.
We didn't get a receipt. We didn't get them scans. We've never had a problem. If we do have to take it because we miss the pickup here, we don't have the stuff out by like around 2 o'clock or so. We'll take it like we did yesterday. Because it was only a few things. I actually go in, and luckily they always have somebody standing there who will scan, so you don't have to stand in the regular line if you've prepaid.
Yeah, if you've got something like under 15 items, they're not going to give you a problem. But when there's and it depends. Everybody's post office operates a little bit differently. We are pretty fortunate. We have we have a post office that stays open very late. It's not our local one. It's a little bit further away, but it's
less than 10 minutes to get there.
Yeah, it's worth the drive. And we have no problems with pickup. We live in a nice, safe neighborhood. I know that that's not the case for everybody. So we really are very fortunate in that way. I know a lot of people have to take a daily trip to the post office because their items are not safe. And,
Cindy, you don't need a receipt. Some people like to get a receipt because they just want to have proof that they mailed it. Here's the thing. You got to remember, your time is valuable. It's worth money. And so if every day you go to the post office, you stand in line, you wait, you get just so that you can have that receipt. I mean, if you add it up over a whole year and you figure out, like, I don't know, what an appropriate hourly wage is for you, you are wasting so much time and so many resources by doing that.
They're gonna scan. It's their job to scan the items. Now, don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, something falls through the cracks and something doesn't get scanned, but it is bound to get scanned at some point on its travel from your house to wherever it's going. Don't bother to wait in line to have something scanned.
Now, there's been very rare occasions where I was shipping something that is like hundreds of dollars or over $1,000, where it's like, I just feel better getting it scanned. But
I do that when I drop off at FedEx. I prefer to get the receipt that they scanned it in when I drop off at FedEx, because I do prepaid, and sometimes I'll use eBay's FedEx account. Sometimes I use my FedEx business account, because depending on pricing, sometimes I have a better business discount than eBay. But I always get it for FedEx, because it's usually a higher dollar item, and it's usually something that's bigger and heavier and breakable. So I want to make sure that I have that proof that it's been scanned in. But for the most part,
you got to pick your battles, kind of, you know? Okay, next thing. Now, this one is not so much getting ready for quarter 4, other than, I guess, getting yourself in the right headspace for quarter 4. We got some tips for you. And this one is going to my whole mantra of remove all obstacles. And so I always say, like, you know, if you want to be the most successful seller and have the most sales, and, you know, the idea is that you want your doors to be open as wide as possible. And every time you cut out certain things, like you won't do free shipping, or you won't do, you know, debatable free returns, although I do them, or you don't do your own international shipping, all these things, they kind of close that door a little bit more to make the flow of sales slow down. And so I want those doors wide open. And that's why I do free shipping, free returns, all my own direct international shipping, no exclusions for countries, all those things. And so here's one of those things. We know that technically you are not supposed to mail, if somebody wants to change an address after they pay. How do you feel about that?
It's a pain. Nobody wants the customer to say, hey, I gave you the wrong address. Can you ship it to this address? But it happens. It happens all the time.
Especially during the holidays.
Especially holiday season, because people are going to want something sent to their grandkid, their niece, their sister, their brother-in-law, whatever. Here's the thing. A lot of people say, oh, you've got to cancel the sale, have the customer rebuy it, and put in the appropriate address. Yeah, technically, I suppose that's the way you can do it. But here's what you're doing. You're putting a severe restriction and inconvenience on your customer. You're making it more difficult for them to purchase the item from you. Here's the thing. If a customer asks you to ship to another address, just do it. If it's under a certain dollar amount, whatever you may feel comfortable with, just do it. Nobody is buying that Monopoly game in order to scam you out of $30 because they're sending it to another address. You want to make it as convenient for your customer as possible. When a customer sends you a message through eBay, that is your coverage. That's all the coverage you need right there. Now, to be fair, to play devil's advocate here, if someone says to you that they didn't receive an item and it went to an address that they asked you to change it to, not the address on file, they can open a PayPal claim, and PayPal will not back you. PayPal will not back you unless unless it's shipped to the address on record.
Yeah.
But eBay will. So it depends on where the customer opens the claim. I will tell you, in all of my years selling on eBay, I have never, not once, in well over 25,000 transactions, ever had a customer do a chargeback because I shipped to an address they asked me to send something to. Never.
Now, here's the thing. If your whole business is that you sell smartphones, iPhones, things that have are more likely to have fraudulent transactions happen.
If you're selling super high dollar items, jewelry,
of course,
I get it.
Because here's the thing. One time, earlier this year, I had a case where I had bought all of these Polo Ralph Lauren blazers, women's blazers,
and
that I bought at Burlington. And this person bought, I think, 10 or 11 of them, and the total price was like over $1,300. They buy it from me. And then they're like, oh, I put the wrong address in there. Could you go ahead and change that? And in that case, I said, no, I'm going to have to cancel the sale, and I'm going to need you to repurchase them with the correct address in there, because it just makes sense, right? But overall, you just got to think about it. Like she said, if they're buying a used shirt from you or a board game, it's like most likely you'll be fine. eBay will cover you if it's in the messages where they ask. There's a trail of it. And yes, I think Susie said eBay needs a gift option like Amazon.
They do.
But here's the thing. When you go to check out, next time you buy something on eBay, when you go check out, you can put in a different address. It's just people
forget.
They're in auto mode. They just go ahead and buy it and they don't think about it. And then they're like, oh no, I need it to go to my nephew or whatever. And so they go change it. So I'm just saying, be open to don't make it harder for your buyers. If it makes sense and it doesn't look like something that is going to be like they're tricking you, go ahead and change the address. It's not a big deal.
Barbara has a good tip there. Have your business name in your PayPal instead of your personal name. Ever since we did that, we haven't had any more chargebacks or PayPal cases open. They may not recognize your name in the charge. That has happened to me before as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just rip it out. Rip it out.
Sorry.
There you go.
I'm making notes.
Yeah, for sure. Tom wants to know, was that cubic site better for size or weight? It's more so with
size.
With cubic it goes up to 20 pounds, so it would be okay with that. Sorry. A king size bedspread is probably not going to fit within the size. I will say the the priority shoe boxes.
Then a king size bedspread's never going to fit in those parameters.
This is almost. I think you can do slightly larger than this and still fall under cubic, but not much. And these ends are up. I'm going to guess that probably it's not going to fit in this. So. Anyway, okay, so the other part of remove all obstacles, this is where I'm going to, once again, I'm going to hammer this home. I'm going to keep bugging you guys about this. If you are not doing your own international shipping, you are missing out. You need to be doing your own international shipping. I'm telling you, it's not that hard. I've got videos showing you how to do it. We just recently talked to you guys. I have put the video out about Pirate Ship and their simple export rate program that they've started where you massively save on those shipping costs. And because the prices are so much lower, you can insure everything. I just sent a t-shirt today to Malaysia. It was 9 ounces going to Malaysia. So that means, because the cutoff is what, 8 ounces, up to 8 ounces is one price, 9 ounces to 2 pounds is another price, and to 3, then to 4. Because everything under 4 pounds can go first class international. So it was a 9-ounce t-shirt, sent it to Malaysia. I don't know how the post office is in Malaysia. I mean, I would imagine it's probably not as good as the one here. I don't know how good, like if they do delivery confirmation, who knows?
I don't know. I don't know if that's one that does.
They paid through eBay. They paid calculated rates. So they paid $23.50 to get this shipped. On Pirate Ship, it cost me $17.50, including insurance.
So you still made money.
So I made an additional $6, which, you know, I could lower my prices, but I like having calculated shipping. And I just use it. The guy sent me a best offer, and I knew I was going to make money on the shipping. So I went ahead. So I accepted a lower best offer than I normally would have. And I don't have to worry about it. I print out the label here at home. It's super easy. Slap it on the package. And now it's going there. If anything happens, it's insured. Not a problem. I'm telling you guys, you want to be shipping international. You want to make more sales during fourth quarter.
We've got to speed this up a little bit just because the landlord is coming by at 12 to come and look at some stuff in the backyard. And I know that the dogs are going to go bonkers. So
yeah. Somebody says that they lost the video. I hope. Are you guys back? Are we back?
Are we here?
Are we here? Can you guys see us? Tell us when we're back. I don't know. Are we still gone? I'm typing. Anyway, hopefully our connection has not dropped. It hasn't happened yet since we've been doing this. But
I know this might be the first time.
I don't know. Are we back, guys? No.
No, it's still gone. Crap.
Still gone? Yeah. All right. Yeah, it looks like it's... No, that's still going. It looks like maybe we're still gone. I'll see if it comes back. I don't know.
Can anyone hear us?
I don't know.
Chat is up, but no video.
Bummer, guys.
I don't know if that's
my internet seems to still be going, but I don't know. Let me see.
They can't hear us, honey. So
I know, but I'm just going to keep talking until.
Can you type in there? And let them
I
know?
did type in there. I asked.
But type again. Like just put.
You can type something. Oh, sorry. I just messed up. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, I think we're probably.
Is it still there at all? Katie's mouth is, oh, that's, Katie's mouth is open and Vicky's eyes are rolling. Pretty normal. Still not loading.
Yeah, it's just buffering apparently. Bummer. I don't know if we can come back to the same feed.
I don't know either. Katie, stop the show and start a new one. We'll find you. All right, let
me see if I.
On there.
Well, hold on. Let's see if we're back. Are we back, guys? We might be.
I don't know.
Because I just closed it out and started. There's a little bit of a delay, so we won't know right away.
All right.
Otherwise. Sorry, I'm not used to. No.
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to end this.
All right. Hold on,